Hey, will there be any other, or what other head coaching changes could be on the horizon coming through the SEC?
I mean, it's a long shot, Dan, but you want to talk about a coach, he may, I'm not even kidding when I say this, he may be coaching for that buyout as old Jimbo Fisher. I mean, they're a disaster. Number 6 in the preseason poll. They're dead last in the SEC West. They've got some winnable games coming up. Florida at home. They dropped that one. They've got UMass at home. I mean, surely they're not going to lose to UMass, right? So you would think you'd beat UMass. They are favored to beat Florida. Florida is a loss away from 1-5 in conference play. But if they lose to Florida, they lose to UMass. I mean, I think you have to pay them. I don't care what the buyout is. Things are going in the wrong direction there in College Station, and he answers to nobody. So I don't know if he's going to get an offensive coordinator in there. He's the one that I got to be eyeing next. They're passing around the hat down there in College Station as we speak to see if they can drum up the money to get him out. And if his buyout was, as crazy as this sounds, Dan, if it was 45, 50 million, I think he'd already be gone. But since it's 85 million, he's probably going to get another year. But let's see if that conversation changes should they lose at Florida and drop to 1-5 in SEC play next week.
What's the problem here?
His outdated offense. And now they've got, they can't find a quarterback. Now they've just played a freshman last week. He threw for 4 touchdowns, looked incredible. But why was he not on the field before? And that's a big question. They just don't develop the offensive skill talent that they've got down there. And this is not a 1-year issue. This is not a 2-year issue. This has been going on his entire tenure here. And these fans are talking about it's a rebuild. Well, this is year 5 of a rebuild to one of the highest paid coaches in the country. And that's just a tough sell when you see Tennessee turn it around, when you see Arkansas, when you see South Carolina turn it around. They're not necessarily of the caliber of A&M, but even this year they are. So there's just no excuses. Outdated offense. He needs to update that thing. Texas A&M has the talent to compete in the SEC, even compete for a college football playoff spot, but they're not going to be doing it as long as they're running Jimbo's outdated system. And now all of a sudden the defense is falling apart. So at least Jimbo's got somebody to blame. His defensive coordinator, DJ Dirk, and they were 3 yards away from shattering the school record for rushing yards allowed last week against Ole Miss.